Hey you girls, welcome back to my channel. Now before we get into it, I'm just going to give you a minute in order to be able to appreciate my hair. Okay, it's giving Barbie. I'm proud of myself for having been able to achieve this hairstyle on my short-ish fussy hair, because baby, getting it done isn't for the weeks. Okay, if you want me to tell you how I achieved this hairstyle or show you rather in a video, let me know in the comment section down below, because you know I think it's a cute hairstyle, especially since we are going into the holiday season. Maybe you're going to a Christmas party with your boo. Okay, if you clicked on this video, you have no boo, but you could get your hair did and go outside and find you a new one. That's kind of toxic, but we'll get into that, you know, within the video. And I was able to achieve this hair style on my 4C hair without gel, you guys. Okay, I have this one product that I will show you in the video that is amazing replacement for gel. Your hair is not going to be crusty, as you can see. Givage. But yeah, let's get into the topic of this video, which is this: don't let the breakup break you. Okay, so, or the tangible tips that I have for you in order to be able to get over a breakup. Now obviously, how you're going to get over a breakup is going to be different based on whether you are the person who initiated the breakup or whether you were being broken up upon. Obviously, if someone that you liked and wanted to be with broke up with you, it's going to be much harder to recover from that than, you know, if you yourself put an end into the relationship. Even though, you know, contrary to popular belief, people who end relationship can suffer as well. It's not because you are the one that initiated the breakup that you're not going through it. But I find that most of the time, obviously, if you initiate the breakup, you're not going to go through it as much as someone who has been broken up with. And what I find that is going to be really important here is to mourn the reality of the situation and not, you know, the fantasy of it. I find that a lot of the time when people really struggle in order to get over a breakup is because they are mourning the fantasy of it, right? And in order not to mourn the fantasy of the person but his reality, since most of you girls are women, it's important to write it down. What I recommend you do is you get a paper and write down, you know, the things that you disliked about this person, because we all have things that we dislike about our significant other. Now I'm currently dating, but back when I was in committed long-term relationship, even when the relationship was good, there were things I disliked about my partner. That's just reality. Nobody is perfect. So in order to ground yourself in reality and not, you know, live in the memories, because our brains tend to do this, ladies. This is a trick from our brains and it doesn't only apply to relationship. In general, our brains tend to identify the past with being better than the present. You know, for example, when you talk to older people, they always say, oh, it was better before, people were more decent, life was cheaper, which, you know, could have been true. But anyway, my point is we tend to romanticize the past. So you don't want to romanticize a relationship. You want to be able to mourn the reality of it. So write it down, you know, the things that you didn't like about the situation, what actually happened. If you're the person who broke up with him, write down the reasons why you broke up with him, because like I said before, sometimes we break up with people and then we end up missing them. So it's important to remind yourself why you did it, why you pulled the trigger, so that you're not tempted to, you know, reach out to him on WhatsApp or Instagram or whatever, right? You want to write it down so that it can be clear. Again, if that person broke up with you, you still want to write down the things about him you didn't like. Obviously, if they broke up with you, you also have to accept the reality that, you know, sometimes rejection is just part of life. I have a dedicated video about this. I will link it in the comment section and pin it as the first comment if you girls want. But rejection is part of life. We cannot force people to like us. Sometimes we are together with people who at first, you know, like us, and then with time maybe they don't, or maybe they simply cannot match the requirements that we have for a boyfriend or potential partner. That's just life. I'm sorry, but it is reality. Another thing about Instagram is do not, and I mean do not under any circumstances, lurk their socials. Ladies, this is primordial, it's vital. The amount of people I see break up with people and constantly, you know, stalking their socials. This, I even see this with friendship breakup, which is weird. Like, why are you lurking on the girl's life? Let her be, let her live, okay? Don't do that. You're only gonna hurt yourself, as well as don't post thirst trap of yourself in order to attract his attention. I mean, it's one thing if you're going to post a selfie because you think you're cute or whatever, you can do that, but don't do it with the intent to hurt him in mind, or because that's just going to like render you to be crazy. You're going to be checking all the time, did he see it, didn't he see it? And you know, people can hide their views, so maybe he saw it but he hid it, and he saw it but he didn't comment, and blah blah blah, ta ta ta. You know, this is going to drive you crazy. So I say just block them. I personally, I don't believe in staying friends with exes. Obviously, there are always exceptions. I believe that if there are children involved, then of course you should try to co-parent in the most peaceful way possible and remain friends, or at least in worst case scenario pretend to be friends in front of the kids. But generally, when there are no children involved, I am for a clean break. I say go your way, let them go theirs, because you know, at first, at least when the breakup first happened, you know, maybe later with time, couple of months, couple of years down the line, you guys can be friends again. But I find that when the breakup just happened and you know, feelings are kind of fresh, it is hard to be friends. What happens a lot of time is people rekindle, you know, they kiss or they sleep together, and it's just, you know, it's bad juju. Don't do it. Another thing that can help you obviously is talk to a friend. Now I want to ask you here, obviously ask your friend whether they have room to listen to you. Do not dump on them. At the end of the day, your friends are not mental health professionals. You could also talk to a therapist if you know, you feel like the breakup is really taking a toll on you. Maybe you've been on a very long-term relationship with this person, y'all been together for many years. Then maybe seeking mental health professional or seeking counseling could make sense. But I say you can vent to friends as long as you have asked them prior whether they can listen to you, whether they have the emotional room, the emotional space. But this is a catch-22, because I find that a lot of the time what at least some girlfriends or acquaintances rather of mine have done in the past is real harsh. Okay, it's one thing to vent about it sometimes a little, it's another thing to bring it up over and over and over and over and over again and want to talk about it for 3 hours, for 5 hours. That's just not healthy anymore for you. Okay, so don't do that. Talk about it a little. Girl, I'm not feeling so well, I'm kind of heartbroken, I really thought he was the one, or this or that, whatever it is you're feeling. But you know, try not to obsess over it and talk about it over and over and over and over again. Another tip that I have for you is practice self-care. Take good care of you, okay? And now this can look many different ways for different people. I know that for me, I like to get massages, I like to get my nails done, I like to read, I like to go out and treat myself to nice restaurants, I like to shop. Now be careful with that retail therapy, okay? But yeah, whatever it is, so does it for you. Maybe you like to walk by the beach if you live in a place where there is water. Maybe you like to paint. I don't know what it is you like doing. Of course, writing is always a very good idea. We talked about it in the beginning of the video. But yeah, practice self-care, pour into yourself, work out, eat healthy. You know, sometimes when we get into a relationship, what can happen is that we kind of forget about ourselves a little bit, put ourselves a little bit in the back burner in order to put the relationship, you know, at the forefront. I see many women do this, be guilty of this. So if you are out and you got all your time for you, use it for you, okay? Take impeccable care of you always, mind, body and soul. Be mindful of what you feed your body. All of these things are very important for your gut, for your mood, how you're gonna feel, etc, etc. Now this tip is gonna sound kind of toxic, and I hinted at it in the beginning of the video. Is, you know how the saying say, the easiest way to get over a man is getting under another one. Now obviously I don't recommend actually getting under another one, but sometimes when we get out of relationship, our confidence can take a little bit of a hit, you know, especially maybe if you've been broken up on, you can have a hit in your confidence. So what can help with that is seeing that you're desired, okay? You're desirable. There are other men who want you, there are other men who want to go take you on dates, there are other men who want to court you. So you could do this by going out with friends to a bar or restaurant, or you know, if you want a lot of bad quality validation, you could join a dating app, okay? So Tinder, Hinge, you know, getting those likes okay, pop up, and all those messages is definitely gonna make you feel better about, you know, and it's good to remind you that men are like buses. There's always one coming. You know, there are a lot of men who want to be with you potentially, you know. I mean, who knows if you guys are going to be compatible, if it's going to go anywhere, but at least, you know, you would know by doing that there are men who out there who would be willing to take you out on dates, who would be willing to court you, and that's gonna really help boost your confidence and your self-esteem. So yeah, girls, all in all, those are the tips that I have for you. I really hope that they are helpful in some way, shape, or form. If you're going through a really bad breakup, my heart goes out to you as someone who's been through divorce. I know that it's not easy, but trust me when I tell you that, you know, it's can't rain forever, in the words of the girl from Real Housewife of I don't know where. The sun is going to shine again. You're going to be happy again. I know that right now you feel like you can't live without him, that your life is purposeless without him, but those are lies, okay, from the pit of hell. So do not believe them. You're going to be joyful again. You're going to be happy again, all in due time. In the meantime, please take impeccable care of you, as we discussed before. Do not forget to like, comment in the comment section down below. Let the other girlies know, okay, they're also going through it, so let them know if there's any tip that I haven't mentioned in this video that you have used in order to heal in the beginning of your breakup that helped you tremendously. Please feel free to share. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel as well, and I will talk to you guys on Sunday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Mwah.